Hello, we're the Ohio guys here at Colossal Con, and today we have with us Jessica Calvello. How are you doing today?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing all right. Could be a little bit better. What is it like working in the industry today?
Working in the industry, like as opposed to the 90s and the early 2000s when I worked in it a lot as well. Maybe that. It's definitely changed a lot. Like back in the day, we had paper and we highlighted our lines and we made notes on them. And now you go in and there's dual screens. And you've got the animation on one screen and you've got the script all digital, and the director will scroll the script for you, and you just sort of try to hit the lines and sync them. Whereas, back in the day, you were sort of like looking up to the screen with the script in your hand. So changes like that have been really interesting to adapt to. And, I used to audition for every single thing that I worked on. All the stuff I did in the 90s and the 2000s, I always auditioned for everything. And now, for the most part, they'll contact me and they'll say, we have this part that, do you have 6 hours free on this day? We'd like to record you for this role. And I'm like, hey, that's great. I still audition for, I auditioned for Attack on Titan, but some other shows, they say we've got a part that we know that you would be a great fit for, and can you do it? And I say, yeah. So there's been some changes.
What is the favorite anime that you have worked on?
So I'm going to be annoying because I know probably other VAs say this, but they're like, I like them all. I have a real affection for Attack on Titan because I was a fan of the series before I knew even who had the dub.
Right.
And my favorite character was Hanji. So that definitely is one of my favorites because I just love the show and I love her. And that's been so much fun. And I also really, really enjoyed Maria Hollick. I worked on that with Chris Ayres at Sentai Filmworks, and it was so much fun. And that character is great. And so I really like the high energy stuff, obviously. But then I also another one that I loved working on was Fairy Tail the movie. The Phoenix Priestess, and I played the Phoenix Priestess, and which her name was Eclair, and that had a real somber, her emotional upset was very contained, and so that was awesome too. So I guess to not answer your question, there's 3 that I really, really love.
What was it like working on Excel Saga?
And someone knocked right when you said that. That was like Excel's ghost. So it was crazy. It was a blast. The voice for Excel is one that's like really, really nuts, and hell and so it was a lot of fun to work on that show. Obviously vocally challenging to work on that show, but the show itself is so fun, and she's just such a great character. And I love Hyatt too. Monica Rial is Hyatt. She's amazing and beautiful and talented. So it was a lot of fun.
If you could be any character that you have played in real life, who would it be? And you can mix and match them.
Mix and match character? Like, how would you mix and match?
Like personalities or abilities and such.
I would love Hanji's brain because she's like so Mistress Science-y. I would love that brain because I can't math or history or geography to save my life. And Hanji just knows like a little bit of everything. She's just incredible. So I want that brain. And I want Excel's madness. Well, I actually already have that, so that we don't have to wish for. I'm not a secret member of a cross, but I've got my own little secret societies that I belong to. We'll just stop there. So the zaniness I love, and and abilities. I played a lot of parts where I can fly. Oh my God, Ekitoku Chohi in Ikitosen, she's an amazing fighter. I wish I had those fighting skills. So I think if I could be like all 3 of those things, that great brain, those fighting skills, and that nuts insanity, I think I'd kind of be a badass. Just saying.
Is there anything coming out that you can talk about right now, or anything that you would like to plug at this time?
I actually can finally announce that I am in Problem Children, and I play Black Rabbit, and that's also directed by Chris Ayres. Love Chris Ayres. He's an amazing director and a really good friend. He does great work. So that I can finally talk about. The other shows I can't. I did start, though, working with Side Night and Happiness, They're an online webcomic, but they do some animated shorts, not shorts, but like their shorts, like not their, like they animated their shorts. I would really want to see that. Anyway, and they're so talented and an amazing group of guys. They're really funny, and so it's been. I've only done a few. There's one that they released on their channel called The Weatherman. I play Susan for a Bruisin'. You know, and it's just silly. They're so fun, and so working with them, and I do have a YouTube channel where I post ridiculous parody songs, most of them inspired by Team 4-Star. And that infamous Rip Van Winkle in their Housing Ultimate Abridged. I don't know what accent that was, but anyway. And then I put one other song up there that I have to take responsibility for. I don't think I can say the title because it has a bad word in it. But go to my YouTube channel and check it out if you want to hopefully laugh, or just if you want to waste time. I can't give you your life back for that, but come check it out. And then I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook. I have a public page. I love to talk to people and engage, and so absolutely come find me and hang out with me on the interwebs.
What was it like working on Boogie Pop Phantom?
Oh my God, I really love that show. And again, for me, like that's the first character I play in Boogie Pop Phantom. I'm double cast in that one as Moto in the first episode, and she's so depressed. And Boogie Pop Phantom sort of came off of Lane, because Lane had been out, I don't know for how long, but not too long. And then Boogie Pop, a lot of people compared them. And I guess I kind of understand why they compared them, although they were totally different shows. But I really, the muted animation, are they yelling at us? I mean, they better not be. I will Akitoku Chohi them. It was just like it was a very dark show, and I got to play with that lower register of voice where it was really, the acting was, she was very contained, and there was a great sadness within her. And then getting to play Poom Poom, which came about in episode 11 or 7, and he was like the Pied Piper. I say Pied Piper, I mean, but for the anime, sort of Pied Piper-esque, because the kids were following him, and it was very creepy. And he sort of talked like this, like bring me your children. What? Creepy, right? So I really liked working on that show. I thought it was a great show, and it was different for me. It let me do a lot of different things with my voice.
You spoke about Maria Hollick. What was it like working on that?
Awesome. Chris Ayers really understands actors. He himself is an actor, and also he is a director. And he is talented and creative and amazing. And so when you're working on a higher energy character like Kanako from Maria Hollick, who never shuts up, speaks a gajillion miles a minute. She's crazy, and she's got highs and lows, but they're mostly just... Yes, Excel. Yes. She's got different levels of, it's not really highs and lows, just different levels of high, And so for me, and the challenge I found with that was really trying to vary up her insanity. And so it wasn't just all like, I'm girl crazy and I have nosebleeds. It's really trying to, it's true. Thank you. Alert the presses. It was trying to find some variety so that it wasn't just, all the time. But I loved working on that with Chris, because Chris would be like, let's take a break. I'd be like, no, I can keep going. He'd be like, I know that you can, but let's take a break. I'm like, okay. And I'm totally keyed up, and then we would take a break, and then I'd be like, I can do this. So yeah, it's great.
What was it like working on Attack on Titan?
Awesome. I love that show. So I think I said this to you. I just came out of the other interview, so I might be repeating myself here, or you haven't heard this yet, but I was saying that I was a fan of the show.
Right.
Okay, I did say that. Okay, and that I zoned in on Hanji. Okay, so that was just a dream come true, to be able to play a role that I loved. And the show was great. And comparing, when I say muted tones, it's not a bright, colorful. It's sad and tragic, and parts of it are awful. And so the cool thing, though, is you do have a couple of those comedic characters. You've got Sasha, right, and you've got Hanji, and so I'm thrilled to be able to play a character that sort of breaks up the tragedy. Hanji's tragic in her own way, and then awful things happen to her. I don't want to give any spoilers, but you know the Titans, my homeboys. That was a tough episode to record because it was just unfair what happened. I don't want to give spoilers, but it's such a great show. I love working on it. I think it's a great cast, and I think that I hope people enjoy the dub. And yeah, it's been wonderful.
You already mentioned most of these, but do you have Facebook, Twitter, any other social media stuff?
I am on all that, my friend. I am on the Facebook. I'm on the the Twitter. YouTube. Sometimes people will send me messages on YouTube. I didn't even know you could send a message on YouTube.
Yeah, it's
it has like a mailbox thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I have a message. All right. I do try to write everyone back. I try to acknowledge, if someone sends me a picture or they post something on my Facebook public page. I love that. It makes me so happy. I'll try to retweet a lot of things. So yeah, I'm out there.
Hi. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
I'm David Quinn. This is Jessica Calvello. And that's it for us.